You know, COVID-19 is a pandemic ravaging mankind, and reaction to it is key. The World Health Organization, WHO, has protocols recommended for countries to tackle the contagion. The federal government on Thursday warned Nigerians against taking responsibility for their health as cases of COVID-19 continue to rise in our country. Minister of State for Health, Dr. Olorinimbe Mamora, revealed that the country recorded 5,398 infections between the 6th of December and the 15th. That's about 10 days. According to the minister, no fewer than 107 inbound passengers to our country tested positive for COVID-19 in the last 1 week, and the situation is corroborated by those who should know. They insist that the influx of Nigerians returning from Europe and America for Christmas break will spread the Omicron variant in the country. Yinka, we can do something, or can't we?
Oh,
first of all,
definitely
107 people came in, likely carrying the thing about. Why did they allow them to go into the country?
Well, if they are Nigerians, we can't stop them from coming home. But we can stop them from mingling with other citizens. There should be an isolation center or hotel or whatever they want to call it.
For a given number of days.
For a given number of days, for them to stay and be sure that they are okay before they are released to their families and all that. Because, you know, in the rush of welcoming one another,
anything is possible.
Anything is possible, anything can be spread. And as the Minister of State has said, this has become something personal. Every man, every woman must take that decision to observe, especially the non-medical protocols. Wear your masks, wash your hand, and any gathering that is not, exactly, any gathering that is not essential, that is not important, excuse yourself.
Stay away from them.
I mean, we all know that these are times that merriment time. Many people want to get married. Many people want to do one burial or whatever. But when it gets to that point, and you know that, okay, it is important I attend this, please wear your mask. And when it is time and you notice that the thing is getting a little bit uncomfortable for you, it's better to move out. I mean, why are we always together at parties? Is it not to exchange banters and all that?
Yeah.
Now, when you go to such, it should be as much as possible in an open space. But being an open space does not also mean we should not use our mask. So, it is now a personal thing for us. We cannot stop those who want to come home for Christmas to see their family, because no country has a right
Yinka,
to
look at the footage ahead of you.
Yes.
You see officers, customs officers without the mask. And Nigerians are taking a cue from, this is what we are talking about. If you want us to wear the mask, you wear it.
You know, that's the greatest undoing in Nigeria. Make a law. Those who are expected to enforce it are the ones that will break it. The issue of driving against traffic. When you see a car driving against traffic, is either a policeman or a military man or one of those legions of uniformed men.
The untouchable.
Exactly, are there. So someone will wear the cap of a dirty cap of a cardigan cap of a policeman and be riding a bicycle, a motorcycle on the wrong side of the road.
And there are laws. There are laws against it.
Exactly. So the problem is that the people who are supposed to enforce the law are the ones that are breaking it. And the question I keep asking myself, is it that no responsible senior officer, is it that no responsible senior officer passes by at that point to stop them in other crime? Yeah. If you are a uniformed man and you break a law, you have lost your commission.
Yeah, that's
but
it.
here in Nigeria, it doesn't happen.
Yinka, let me stop you because I hear from the backroom boys we must make some money. We have a commercial break. We'll observe that and come back. Please stay there. Okay, welcome back. We're talking about COVID-19. COVID-19 is not a myth, it is real. And not to talk about the variant, which is Omicron. Omicron, by the way, Jide, the word Omicron is the 15th letter of the Greek alphabet. And so don't ask me who named the thing Omicron, but Omicron is here.
It's here. We don't want to know how it got here. But it's
here. Who
and,
named it?
And we have to take the right steps to protect ourselves. The federal government is saying 630% rise in COVID-19 cases in the last 10 days. That is telling us something, that at this business end of the year, we've got to be very careful. People are coming in from Europe and America. People like to do Christmas in their home country, just as foreigners too prefer to do Christmas outside of Nigeria. So, and we know that air travel remains the number one means of transmitting this virus.
The virus,
Yes. People brought it all the way from China through air travel. It wasn't by sea or by road, you know. So we've got to take steps. If about 170 people were inbound passengers were seen to have tested positive, chances are that a good number of them came into the country undetected. We have to make sure that it is impossible to go mesh with our people without going through tests. At the point of entering to our country, people must be subjected to a test. That's what other countries are doing.
Oh, yeah.
They don't care whether you have been vaccinated or you did a test just before you traveled. They will make sure that you do another test at the point when you are just landing in their country. That is their own safest way of ensuring that the person that they are receiving into the country is actually clean. And people must quarantine.
Yeah, Jide, are you surprised that in England, so many high-profile matches across Europe are postponed because of this thing?
When you open up, there are consequences. Yeah. Starting from the time when the UK played host to the European Championship,
nations,
with the stadiums filled to capacity, a good number of them not wearing any mask. They are too overjoyed that, look, football is back, this and that. Now, we are seeing that across the venues in England, stadiums are being jam-packed. People are enjoying. And this is December festive period. There are usually more than enough football games. It is that time of the year when you play more than 2 times the number of games that you usually play in other months. The FA Cup 2 will come. Sometimes you play 3 matches in 1 week.
As they are doing presently in England.
Yes. So during that time, with people coming to stadium and all that, there's no way that we won't have people being infected. But unfortunately, it is even footballers are being infected to the point that some teams find it difficult to be able to raise a team to play games. In any case, you've got to protect the teams that they are playing against. You could have up to 9 players who had contracted the thing, but the other team that you are playing against may not actually.
That's it.
So you will endanger those ones if matches are allowed to go on. That's why Manchester United, for example, has had 2 of his matches postponed to enable them.
So Tottenham.
Yes, I saw Tottenham was supposed to play yesterday too, you know, to enable them fix the problem and then be able to play subsequent games. Liverpool had about 3 players that contracted the thing, but they felt that, look, they had a large team, a team large enough to go ahead with yesterday's game, and they went ahead with yesterday's game and won 3-1.
And I hear things, Inka, I hear even Lukaku of Chelsea has contracted it. Why am I saying this? Being open, being real is the name of the game, especially at a time like this.
You know, when popular people or famous people contract it, it sends message to everyone that, look,
nobody's immune.
No one is immune.
No one is immune. So it is important for us to understand that this is a kind of a virus that knows
No color.
no color,
Does not
no
know ethnicity.
status, no ethnicity, no nothing. So it is important that they make sure that we do this and make sure that people don't get carried away by the excitement of football or whatever party or whatever it is. That it is only a man who is alive that can celebrate. A man that is dead or a life that is already snuffed out by COVID or whatever cannot live or enjoy any game or whatever. So it is important for people to take their health in their hands and ensure that
leave do what you can. Leave the rest to God.
Yeah.
Olushola is reaching us from Ibadan. I greet you, sir. Welcome.
Yes, thank you, Citizen Joe. Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir. We greet you.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
I sent greeting you in Ibadan yesterday, but the security was very tough. Then, Obayinka, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Now, I want to believe that we don't have chances of going into another lockdown. That will spell a very great doom on our economy as a nation, Nigeria. Now, what is so important is, as leaders in the airport authority and those concerned should bring out good measures so that we're able to checkmate this issue, so that it will not escalate more than our own power, so that we'll continue to maintain and minimize it, and our economy as well will be going in pari passu with it. But if this thing escalates and a lockdown is being pronounced, Okujide, I am seeing it that it's going to spell dangerous on our life as Nigeria. Thank you and have a fabulous weekend. Citizen Joe.
Yeah.
Continue to enjoy yourself. Thank you.
I thank you too. Jide, but let's go there. You know, many Nigerians will look at the movers and shakers of society, mingle and bubble without the face mask and they take a cue. I say, but see the people where they rule us.
Yeah, well,
Sends the wrong message.
I think the remarks of the minister are quite germane. Take responsibility, ensure that by yourself, you take good care of yourself. No one will better protect you. Protect yourself. Never be bothered about the fact that some people are not leading by example, or that some people are not putting their own lives in jeopardy. At the end of the day, it's your life, not their life. So, and we've seen big people die, especially last year. Big people that we never expected could lose their lives because they have access to the best Medicare and all that, but they were struck by this virus and they never survived. So that personal responsibility for your own safety, you've got to take it in your hands. Take your life seriously. The greatest thing that God has given each and every one of us is our life.
Yeah.
And when you have life, you have hope that even those things that you can't do today, you can do tomorrow.
Yeah.
So to allow yourself to fall easily to a virus that at best you can protect yourself against, I mean, it makes no sense. So I'm not impressed by those who are refusing to wear mask at places where they should wear it. That is their problem. I see even in the aircraft, there was a girl that was sitting beside me. They had to come and tell that girl like 3 times before she put on her mask. Some Nigerians are just downright stupid.
Yeah.
Put on this thing, you are in the aircraft. She refused. But I know that it's because it's a local airline. You are not going to mess like that.
Oh, yeah.
No.
With SAA
No.
or even a BA.
No,
you
no.
know that you could be bounced from the aircraft.
Exactly.
You know, so it is our own people that our own people do not respect. You know, so and you see people demonstrate a clear lack of home training at the slightest opportunity, because your home training comes into effect once you are in public. You want to show that your parents brought you up the right way. But once you are told, look, this is the policy, this is a safety protocol, do it for yourself. But people find it difficult.
Oh, yeah.
No. So this is the thing. We've got to take our destiny in our own hands.
Inka, I became very appalled when I heard that the great former American Chief of General Staff, what's his, Colin Powell.
Powell, yeah.
He took the jabs twice.
Yes.
But still fell.
Yeah.
You know, and the people were honest enough
just like
to
the
let
South African president.
Exactly.
He got double doses.
And those people, they're honest enough, just as you said, to let us know that this...
But not here, not here.
Well, you see,
Not here.
Disease no dey catch big man. That's the kind of thing that we
That's a new
think
music you
I mean,
have.
So
No, you know they catch, but they kill them.
so it is important, and we need all that. I mean, you will not say that the government or the agency responsible has not done enough. They have. The only thing left for them is to begin to force us to do it. And just as the other caller said, we cannot afford to have another lockdown.
Oh, yeah.
But if you don't want a lockdown, you must obey the protocols that are laid down for you. People don't want to obey law, yet they complain that things are not working. How will things work when you, the minutest of all laws, you don't want to obey? How will things work? How will Nigeria move forward when we all don't want to obey simple rule? But when immediately we step out of the shores of Nigeria, we all fall in line. But when it is in our country, it is everybody breaks the law.
Inka, once a crank said the other time, I wonder what would have happened to Moses' 10 laws if they went to the National Assembly. You know, we can't keep ordinary, just common law, as they say.
Common, the most basic of all laws.
Well, at this hangout, what we do is we react to facts available to us, help mold opinion. We may split opinion, it doesn't matter, but this is a time where your hands, your safety will remain with you. It doesn't matter if you sleep and wake up with the greatest man of God. Please obey the rules. Everybody is going by the protocols. I have my